What'd you guys talk about when we were gone?
Uh,
Not Dune, I hope.
no.
Okay.
Not without
No,
I'm
us.
watching Dune.
as I've said, they're frenemies. I mean, not even frenemies, just straight enemies. Feuding.
Yeah.
Feuding
Frenemies.
families
Yeah.
is Beej and Mr. Dune. Mrs.
So,
Dune.
It's the Dune Dairy feud.
Mixed Dune. Actually, I'm not really sure. How do you pronounce the MX? Do you know?
Mix? I think
Is it Mix?
Mix Dune?
Yeah, Mixed Dune.
Yeah. I see Mix Dune as a companion to Mr. Bean. Is that am I on the right
I feel like
No.
that's accurate.
Just going with my gut, but that seems just driving a little tippy ornithopter, knocking over
Three-wheeled
Reliant Robins
ornithopter.
all around. Yeah.
Nice baby blue.
Ah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
thank you for the pronunciation in the chat. I literally only ever seen it written down,
Yeah.
and I've
Yep.
never been
That's
sure.
just as an honorific.
And
Yeah.
that's I blame that on anime. Anime likes to put X's and things that you're not supposed to talk about all
Yeah.
the
Oh,
time,
you
and
mean like
and-
Union Cross?
And
Yeah.
live journal handles.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's confusing. The anime is confusing. I actually find gender a lot less confusing than anime most days.
Yes, hard saying.
Anime's weird.
Is anime more confusing than Kingdom Hearts?
Kingdom Hearts is anime.
Kingdom Hearts is basically anime.
Touche. Yeah. What was I thinking?
Well,
Actually, Carrie,
Mhm.
you know a lot about Kingdom Hearts, having
Mm.
I'm sure at least edited or watched some. Okay, you know more about Kingdom Hearts than Molly and me. I'm sure that's true.
potentially, sure.
How does the Dune world in Kingdom Hearts look?
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
What's the
so
sand
the
situation?
Dune world in Kingdom Hearts is actually where Princess Jasmine and Aladdin live.
That makes
So
sense.
they're
Good.
constantly going out, walking arrhythmically across their sand, trying to avoid the sandworms, which, yeah,
'Cause otherwise
that's
the-
why they have the flying carpet as well.
That big tiger-shaped head thing opens up out of the sand. That's just
Yes.
the sandworms out there. Yeah.
Seek me out, the diamond in the rough. And then he closes his mouth and goes away.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying that that world in Kingdom Hearts, the Dune world, is
Mhm,
basically like the opposite of a rhythm game.
Yeah, it's the Kingdom Hearts anti-rhythm game.
Oh.
Yep.
How would Ian feel about a Dune rhythm game where you have to be arrhythmic in order to not die?
I feel like that might work better for him. Not to throw too much shade on my Rhythm Cafe co-host friend, but I feel like an arrhythmic outside not following a rhythm thing might work better for him some days. It would be heck on me. I think I'd just watch him be like the game master of such a thing.
The Keyblade Master, if you will,
Yeah.
Yes, the Keyblade
of
master.
non-rhythm games.
Whichever kind of key, either an actual key or a chi-looking key. I'm constantly confused about that when it comes to the Kingdom Hearts.
Ah, yes, Key, or as some say, Kai.
Yeah, I was so mad when I realized that was a thing. Ah. I saw a
It's
thing
so
with subtitles and I was
bizarre.
just like, wait, oh my goodness. Oh, they
Mhm.
use both. I hate everything.
It's there's so yes, Adi Pie, that's exactly what I was doing. There is so much to be angry about in Kingdom Hearts, and yet so much to love.
That's what I understand. I mean, I have them all in my video game backlog of like, I'll get to that one day, maybe not. Because so many people like it, just like they like Dune, and I'm like, that's fascinating.
Yeah, it's a deeply confusing lore as well, just like Dune. But the important thing is to track with what the clothing is doing, because, like I mentioned before, that's the main, that's where the canonical focus of Kingdom Hearts lives. Anybody can be Xehanort. Xehanort can be from any time. Everybody gets Norted sometimes, but
Is that where that comes from?
mhm.
Oh my goodness.
But your clothing will always have a clear explanation for why it is your clothing. Whether it was
Oh.
given to you by the three good fairies from Sleeping Beauty or like wherever it comes from, however you acquire it, your clothing will always be explained in some way.
I
I
like to
need
think
those
there's a
little-
little label that's got like little inscriptions like this clothing was given to you through this lore, and if you really need to think back about your history, check this book on these pages.
Pretty much.
I need those explanatory labels on just everything I own.
Right? Yeah.
Here's why you own this. It'd make this whole Marie Kondo thing so much easier.
What's that? Memento style post-it notes on everything you own.
I'm already there.
Man. Oh, good. We've hit the time of night where I start stressing out over the bus because my preview window becomes a slideshow.
Yeah. Just, I hope it's still going. I did a thing yesterday where I took my hair clip and just kind of put one of them on the accelerate button and then just rested my hand on it.
Oh my
Which
goodness.
was okay, but then I couldn't feel when it had slipped off. So I would have the same thing you have of like, why is the bus not? Oh, I'm not. I hope Beej gets back in time for 420.
Oh man.
Yeah, the
He's really
classic.
minting that NFT, isn't he? I mean, I guess he's in your camera, so it's
Yeah, I mean,
he'll show up when he shows up.
he'll come back eventually.
So what haven't we explored on Dune? Like, I don't know how people live on Dune.
We haven't really
know
talked
that's-
about living on Dune.
That's really
Yeah.
like pretty basic, probably, and it's just my lack of familiarity with the novels.
Well, their major export's probably sand,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Which I assume that they use to make pillows.
Yep, as is
Yeah.
tradition.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
Their sand really does get everywhere. It's
That's
pretty
not
rough.
true at all.
But it makes the best
sorry.
castles.
Yes, sandcastles. Oh yes, many sandcastles on Dune.
Yeah. I guess the only place you can live. The only structures. Okay.